Great self. Oh boy, that's great self. Oh fuck, never mind. I'm not gonna do that voice. Anyway, howdy fellas. It's Texo Matt Calvo. I figured do another gun rant. In fact, to I guess somewhat cosplay as a Confederate. Huh? I never noticed feathers would bounce, but let me go and just go to that as what Confederates would have carried at the time. Of course, if you're saying, well, why don't you just have a Navy on? I said, I'm just going to be quite honest with you. I could have, but I mistakenly forgot to. But, let's get to it, yeah. In fact, if we're going to talk about Confederate rifles, we're going to talk about the repeater. This here is, of course, the starter weapon in the game. This actually was the... Oh, sorry about the little noise there. I guess a bit of headphone warning there. This here is the carbine repeater, also known as, in real life, the Spencer repeater. Don't know why I'm doing the southern accent, but there's glorious self. But yeah, this is actually the same rifle to the Henry, basically. But as you see, you have to pull down the lever and cock it, basically. Cock. Basically cock it, and if in case you need to reload, let's say I shot all 7 rounds, I would basically have to use the tube there. Don't know how it's mysteriously, of course, being pulled out right then and there. So basically, they would have like a, I guess like a haversack that was carrying those tubes basically for their repeater. Of course, this is why you most commonly see the gun itself to be shot like that. Anyway, in fact, considering the fact they had themselves, they more likely wouldn't have Springfield rifles. More likely, if they did, they probably got it off them damn dirty Yanks. Of course, so this is actually be the most common gun you would see a Johnny Reb use, basically, off of a dead, basically, Yankee shot, or he stabbed with his, infamous Bowie knife. Not Bowie knife, but you get the idea. In fact, speaking of, like, I guess, dead, Yanks, they would also take Colt Navies, for example, because at the time, Colts wouldn't have manufactured a Colt Navy, basically, to them. But, in fact, considering we're over here by roads, and I figured it'd be right, considering the time of the story mode, they're talking about the Great South. Oh, them damn Yanks. Anyway, yeah, that's in fact, I'm actually going to the gun store at the moment. I really hope I don't get shot. Watch, as soon as I say that, I get shot in the face. Let me go ahead and just go to Gunsmith, because technically, it wouldn't just be a Navy if a Confederate had it, because at the time they also had another similar firearm. It would basically be called the Griswold, and really, no. I don't know why it made me do that. In fact, let me go into it. The Navy basically, I guess it'd be styles, right? Metals, yeah, there we go. Frame. It would basically be that. It would basically be a brass frame. I don't know why the lever would have brass, but Griswold basically would just have the frame of it being brass, while the rest be blued stainless, which would have been expensive at the time. I guess technically, if you look at film, or like a specific one that had a Griswold that was remodeled by, I believe, Piata, it would basically be Bohannon from a bit of Hell on Wheels Bohannon. Colin Bohannon basically had a Griswold that basically was a Navy that had a brass frame. So yeah, that's actually... But the only two difference between like the actual Navy and the Griswold, was the fact that, what was I talking about? It would basically, the difference between that gun compared to the other two, they're same caliber, but oh, cylinder. There we go. I was gonna talk about cylinder. The actual Navy in real life would have, like, instead of where the it says Duke here on the cylinder, it would basically just have a naval ship, while the Griswold didn't.
I'll make sure to test all my goods for quality and defects.
And speaking of that, speaking of Confederate base guns of sidearms, let's in fact talk about the Lamette revolver. Oui. And yes, I don't know if it's French or German. Black powder revolver. It would have 9 and plus 1 shot. I guess to put it better for people to understand. Sorry, I'm like running over here. It would have 9 shots, for example. In fact, let me go in first person for a moment. It would have all 9 basically, and then it would have the shotgun. Now this one actually was 44 caliber, I believe. While the shotgun was in 10 gauge, I believe. So yeah, that's actually kind of unique about the two difference of the two parts. Now, if you're gonna ask me, well, why didn't you go to like Valentine area if it would have been the north? I'll be honest with you, I just figured choose that area for Union, but I figured this area would be more, I guess, make more better sense for the outfit that I chose for my character. So yeah, basically I may do another video later on, but right now this is Texo Macavo signing off.